Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I hope you're off to a beautiful start today. It's awesome to see you. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your energy. This morning's message is it's kind of cerebral, but I pray it's actually much more spiritual than it is cerebral for you. This is an important message for this time of the year because we know through research this is a very difficult time of the year for a lot of people. In fact, we're seeing a direct relationship to loneliness, and its connection to leaving the planet early. Connected to all kinds of different diseases, actually eclipsing many diseases and its epidemic proportions. Isn't it amazing that with all the digital platforms of community building that we can have like this, like Facebook, we're more lonely than ever. And I want to talk to you about something that I also believe is happening during this time of the year too. So it's kind of a collision of two things that are definitely in the space today. It's in the space. The space, whether or not we take enough time to take care of ourselves because it's busy holiday season, and sometimes it reflects back to us that we don't have the connection we'd love to have in our life, and we feel lonely. So I want to help. I want to help all of us do our very best to navigate this. Like I have lonely experiences, and even though I have a beautiful family just down the hill here from the treehouse, I think about my dad who I've lost. I think about people who I no longer have relationships with for various reasons, and all that stuff. And then I think about what it means between now and the end of December to look at your self-care practices. And many people are trying to debate whether or not, well, you know what, if I'm going to exercise, that's where I'm going to give that time to. If I'm going to meditate, I'm going to give that time to. Okay? So that's the cerebral part, and here's the spiritual part. You ready? So I was doing some research, and I was trying to figure out, like, okay, if I was to just do one thing between now and the end of the year, if I was pressed for time and I wanted to help my loneliness so I wouldn't feel so estranged from myself or from others, I wanted to help heal my broken heart or anything in there, and I wanted to really magnify what I could be doing as my one practice that I do not want to let slide away. Is it going to be meditation? Is it going to be movement? So this is research coming from functional MRIs done over the series of literally years and years and years with thousands of people trying to figure out what will give you the biggest bang for your buck. You know, I don't like that saying, but it really fits right now. Like, if you're going to invest any time and energy, which one's going to give the greatest return? So here's what we know. Exercise is awesome when it comes to lifting our spirits. Really lifting our spirits. I mean, there's so many things happening. There's serotonin happening. There's endorphins being released. And it's really good at helping with our moods. And of course, it's great for metabolism as well. So you got that going on. That's great for this time of the year when we tend to maybe eat a little bit more of the less than awesome foods. And there's no judgment there. It's just kind of a lot of us are doing that. Or what if our goal was to feel more positivity, at the same time feel more empathy and compassion? Not just for what's going on out there with people, but more importantly for ourselves. So here's what the research told us, is that meditation does a lot of the same things as exercise does. But it also does one thing that exercise doesn't seem to do, and that is help us with our compassion and our self-acceptance and our love of ourselves. It's amazing. The functional MRIs really, you can see in the brain what parts of the brain are lighting up when you go out for a run, or you do your spinning class, you take your walk in the woods. All these good things are happening, and it shows in the brain. But when we meditate, oh my gosh, all of those places are lit up too, and then on top of that, the centers for self-acceptance are also lit up. In that way that we sort of almost bring comfort to ourselves. We almost bring this friendship to ourselves. That's kind of what it looks like. It looks like you're having this relationship with someone who loves you and someone that you really are cared for. And it's you. So isn't it amazing? We may not have control about how things are working with community around us, especially when everyone's busy and people are just rushing. So do everything you can to create time. Create that space of grace for meditation. The research is also very clear. It doesn't take hours. They did a 4-minute in the morning, a 4-minute at night, and that total of 8 minutes lit up those centers of compassion and made us feel community with ourselves. I think that's the best thing we could ever do. There's also some research that it lowers cortisol, which nicely and a little bit indirectly helps with metabolism. So just food for thought while we navigate this beautiful time of the year and we don't lose ourselves or feel like we're lost. Much love every blessing. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.